A Will Smith's child Jane, he's demonstrating for a Louis Vuitton Atlanta, wearing the dress that one method of the drive. I need to wear this dress, you realize. I mean, gracious golly, it's so hard for the best gift that I can give my kids is the opportunity to be who they are. Dave Chappelle reveals constantly undeniable realities about Hollywood and how a few explicit individuals treat the entertainers from their industry. And this opportunity, Dave again arrived to the cutting edge and uncovered why Jaden Smith, the well-known American rapper, wears gay dress, since it was found that Jaden Smith was displaying for Louis Vuitton ladies' clothing. The web's been going into a commotion regardless of whether each virtual entertainment stage is filled as far as possible with tales and discussions. There is one specifically that has figured out how to ascend to the top. Certain individuals feel that Jaden Smith's sexual direction is the motivation behind why he's turning into a developing face for Louis Vuitton ladies' wear. And presently, in all honesty, Dave Chappelle has emerged to make sense of why Jaden Smith is dressing in gay-themed clothing. Don't stress, will carry you to every one of the pieces of the riddle that make up this puzzler. The year 2015 was the year that Jaden Smith expressed yes to the dress, yet the year 2016 was the year that he transformed it into a vocation. It was declared that Will Smith's child, Jaden Smith, will be the substance of Louis Vuitton. On spring-summer 2016 assortments, Jaden Smith was highlighted in commercials for the brand's ladies line. In that year, Louis Vuitton authoritatively invited Jaden Smith by posting an Instagram picture with the subtitle "Glad to present Jaden Smith Christian Dark" in the new 16 Louis Vuitton promotion crusade, shot by Bruce Weber. The wildness began from this inscription, and everybody began guessing that Jaden Smith is gay, and that this led to the bits of gossip. On another level, it's said that Jaden Smith was gay from the beginning. That is the reason he began this mission and turned into the essence of Louis Vuitton. Ladies wear now. Jalen gave savage face child while displaying Louis' most recent gothic loafer-style shoe. Yet they sayers honey came for the cowskin shirt that he was wearing to you all. Jaden, at such a little age, began getting slammed on a tremendous level by simply displaying for a brand's ladies' wear. Even Jaden was believed to be utilized as a method for eliminating ladies from the design business. One individual composed, though, a man who distinguishes as a man takes an envoy spot, that a lady ought to have had the deleting of ladies go on for the time being. One more said decade, we as a whole going to be wearing similar garments. Tame hairdos will not have the option to tell who will be who from either coarse fingers crossed. You're hitting on the right one. Yet Jen answered these savages in an exceptionally smooth manner. He said, I'm communicating the way that I feel inside, which is actually no specific way, on the grounds that consistently changes how I feel about the world and myself. When Jaden was getting censured by the general population, eventually there were additionally a few allies who were supporting him, like Insane. One of his allies said, bravo Jaden Smith, I support you. Garments are textures, and textures don't have orientation. Wear what you need. You needn't bother with society to choose what to wear or not wear. What makes you agreeable and cheerful. Jaden Smith's dad likewise approached for his child's help and said, we concluded quite a while in the past it is somewhat better to stream with how individuals are normally in excess them to be. We most certainly concur that garments are textures and they have no orientation, and that Jaden father definitely approves of him. Yet the story behind wearing ladies' clothing is the creepiest story in Hollywood, and Dave Chappelle uncovered all that is behind this underplot. Since this industry is a beast, it's the very beast that these me also was attempting to educate you concerning. Dave has been incredibly vocal about the seedier side of the movie business. Individuals who tried to apply command over him wrecked him over. Dave says that the humorists obstinately subject themselves to public disgrace for distinction in fortune. To lay everything out, there's a well-established thought that dark performers should act in a womanly dress to get into the Hollywood business, the way that dark comics habitually wind up paying these beyond ludicrous and discourteous depictions of people of color, in another troubling pattern that adds to the propagation of pessimistic generalizations. Applause. I don't think anybody saw this one coming. It's questionable on the off chance that this is just a paranoid fear, or whether there is as a general rule, yet the facts really confirm that there's a uniqueness between the quantity of films where dark entertainers dress in drag or play female characters, and those in which white entertainers do similar. Some notable dark jokesters and entertainers, including Dave Chappelle, have as of late spoken about this issue, conceiving that they had to dress in a dress despite the fact that the scene didn't request it. Then he dropped a clue about a vital, yet frequently neglected part of the story. He uncovers an odious plot, unfurling off-screen that the vast majority will not be able to comprehend. Dave famously left town to South Africa in 2005. Subsequent to turning down a $50 million contract, he uncovered in a meeting that he had escaped to Africa to get away from the impact of the tip-top. What's happening? For what reason is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? For what reason does Mariah Carey earn anything arrangement? And taking garments off on turf deference for his dauntlessness and mental fortitude among his fans persevere right up until today. Hollywood insiders never appear to feel sick of commending Dave Chappelle for uncovering the business misrepresentations and self-importance through his satire and energetic ally commented, "I know the term socially wise gets tossed around a ton nowadays, yet Dave is perhaps of the savviest individual I've at any point found in the feeling of being socially mindful. He can recount such an extraordinary story, yet he can get you so up to speed in the story that you nearly neglect there will be a zinger coming. And in addition to a decent zinger, an extraordinary zinger." Dave further claimed that media outlets effectively looks to oppress and control individuals to the point that they become dependent on drugs early on, while persuading them that they are crazy and insane to control them the entire time. "They're attempting to persuade me I'm crazy. They're attempting to inspire me to take insane prescription." And after this, individuals truly began calling him crackhead, and surprisingly, estimated that he had a few mental intricacies. Yet when he came to South Africa, he went on the Oprah Winfrey Show to explain that he hadn't turned down the cash to such an extent as left the details of a worthwhile agreement. "I wasn't leaving the cash, definitely I was leaving the conditions." And when Oprah asked Dave when he should do in Hollywood that drove him to make the stride, he answered that he had to make foolish portrayals, and that the mark of these representations was to make individuals chuckle at him. Dave didn't stop there, however. He portrayed an encounter while shooting a film with Martin Lawrence, and examined the conviction that dark specialists are constrained into wearing dresses before they become well known. "I'm doing a film with Martin. No doubt the film's going great. So I stroll in the trailer. I'm similar to man. This should be some unacceptable trailer, 'cause there's a dress in here. Anyway, the most insane part is that in any event, when Dave admitted he felt abnormal putting on a dress, the chiefs and makers continued compelling him and guaranteeing him that every one of the incredible entertainers had done likewise. In light of the fact that I feel really awkward wearing a dress." Gracious, come on, Dave. Listen, we got everything set up. We should shoot each consistently. She squander costs this much cash. You realize the strain comes in. And that is when Dave crunched the numbers and understood this wasn't an accident.